And now for more on what we're seeing in terms of this claim of responsibility from the Islamic State group, we're joined on the line now by Ricardo Baretzky, who joins us from Anvers, Belgium. Thank you very much for joining us here on the program. Now, you're president of the European Center for Information, Policy and Security. Now, I'd like to ask you, we've just seen then on the latest developments that the Islamic State group has indeed claimed responsibility for this attack in Nice. However, it did so with a very broad brushstroke, saying simply that the 31-year-old Tunisian man was a, quote, soldier for the group, without giving any further details.
Yes, I think one of the things that is really underestimated, and is this what makes the Islamic State ISIL recruitment process different. And this is a process of recruitment, self-radicalization. And I think what's really important here is that the intelligence services fails to understand this process, which separates this particular terrorist group from the rest. And as long as they continue to process this form of self-radicalization during these kind of terror acts, it's nearly impossible for any intelligence service to react and respond to this.
Indeed, in one way, what does it matter? It was saying that if the extent of the links, or influence or inspiration, the result is the same in one way.
Yes. Well, what's the purpose of the Islamic State? What is their goals? And we have to understand that the goal is not only to terrorize the people, but specifically to target, and we've said this before, the central system, the state secret service, to get them on the edge. And they've clearly managed to do that. And this is a real dangerous situation, because unless they understand this process, which has also been used before in guerrilla warfare, we have said this time and again, then they're going to fail horribly in the future. And I will not be surprised if there will be very, very serious attacks in the future as a result of this.
Well, then what can we see from the intelligence community? Because once again, in the case of this attack in Nice, the driver was known to authorities, but only as a petty criminal, not on the larger intelligence scale. So what can be done?
Well, the intelligence service had to realize that they need to change the methodology on analytics. And unless they do that, they're more likely going to fail in their mission. This is a horrible situation, and I can't stress it more, that it's going to escalate, and we are very concerned about this. We have extended our support many, many times in the advisory councils, but nothing has been paid attention to. And I'm afraid to say that they don't understand the kind of situation they're dealing with. This is very new to them, and they can't learn on the job, and they've got to get to understand that.
But the situation, or reaction, I should say, is not unique to France. Indeed, of course, you're speaking to us from Belgium, which has faced its own issues.
Well, remember, I cannot speak for Belgium or for any government. I can speak only for our organization, which covers internationally. And our mission is to make sure that they are aware of the risk they take when their analytics is incorrect. And this is really a serious situation from a global scale. So, yes, you're correct to say that there's problems everywhere, but at the same time, everybody has to pay attention and find a solution. And the solution is they've got to get around the table.
Ricardo, thank you very much for joining us here on the program. We do appreciate it.